Hello my lovely ravens, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chantel and today I am back with episode 2 of the Ephemera Basics series. Let's pick some papers and let's make some small books to put in your journals. So I'm just gonna go through my box of basics. These are either hand-dyed papers, just normal printed paper, cut-offs of paper bags, music sheets, Amazon packing paper, there's a little envelope in there, but all just basic stuff. Now let's pick some papers here and create some little books, shall we? Let's see what we've got. We've got some book pages here and a dictionary page, a part of an old bag or of a paper bag. This was, I think, the side. Yeah, this must have been the base. It's the side of a bag. We have some Amazon paper here. You know, the packing paper that comes in those boxes that if you order something. Some envelopes, another envelope, some printer paper, some sketchbook paper, more of that, more printer paper, and some paper bag cut-offs. Right. We can do something with this, even if you think we cannot. So if you just, let me see, if we grab all these envelopes, right? Open the top. If we fold that in half, and I'm just gonna grab my bone folder. We can fill this with all kinds of stuff. And with all kinds of stuff, I mean, perhaps one of those. One of these. And because it's a little extra thing to put in a journal, it doesn't have to be a kind of finished product. You can just leave as is, or you can trim it to size, or you can embellish it all the way through. It's really up to you. This is rather large, however, so I might just fold it in half again. But then if you fold over those edges, you don't even have to fold this one. This is just a page. Fold in half, fold over this edge. Maybe just fold this back for a little bit of interest. And then the back, fold this page. Fold that one back for more interest. Let's grab our glue. It's not glue, that's water. It was on the floor. So if we then glue this little flappy thing closed, and this one too. Just glue along here. Do I want to do that? No, I don't. No, otherwise I'll lose my duck spot. Oh no. And then glue this one. And that one. So from that one page, we fold it closed. Flip this one over, flip this one over, and if you put that in there, you have this interesting page that you can stick stuff on, and 2 tuck spots. So we can put that in the middle somewhere. We have some of these, so Two there and another one there. And this looks very random. However, we can now trim this to size if we want. So what you can do, you can rip along a ruler, which is my preferred version, which is my preferred method. If you want to get rid of all the excess, because it's just a small booklet, you can just rip those pages so you get that decorative edge along the side. Or you can, of course, just cut it with scissors. This doesn't even want to tear for some reason. And all these ripped off pieces, you can reuse them, and I'll show you how. So this is now your little book. You can trim off the top as well if you want, but that's that little pocket that we made. So I might just trim off the top with scissors. And I say with scissors because it's too narrow for me to tear. There we go. Everything fits inside. Now, how do you attach this? There is 1, 2, 3, 4 ways really. 2 of which I don't really use. 1 sometimes, and the other one very often. The very often one is sewing. You can just sew this together. The second one I use sometimes is stapling. You can just put 2 staples through, or 3, or however many you want. And then you have a book as well, very easy and simple. Actually, there's 5 ways. There's sewing as well. You can sew through the middle. However, if the stitches are too close together, it's very prone to tearing. So I hardly ever use that. Another option is to glue it. So you glue all the pages like that. I don't use that option. And the other option is just put the string around it and tie it at the back. This way the pages are removable. I also don't really use that option. But there's 5 ways to do this. I will show you how to sew this together because it's just the nicest way to do it. Let's just go with a brown. And I need a needle. So how much string do you need? So 1 length, 2 length, maybe 3. Just do 3 to make sure, just to be sure. Now you're gonna thread at that needle. Don't think I have to explain to you how to do that. You don't need to make a knot. If you want, you can stab the holes beforehand. And one of you lovely people has sent me this awl, so I'm gonna use that. And because I have this weird piece here, I want to make sure that I have at least 2 holes in that one. So I'm gonna stab there, there, and somewhere there. So it doesn't really matter where you stab. This doesn't have to be in the middle, as long as there's 3. You can also do 2, but 3 is the pamphlet stitch. So you're gonna go, if you want the string to be in the middle, at the end you start from the middle. If you want it on the outside, which I want, you start on the outside. So you leave a little bit hanging and you hold that with a finger. And you're gonna go through the top, down the bottom, all the way down, and back through the middle. And what you want to do is this one is now on this side. I'm pretty sure my other thread will come on out on this side, so I'm going to put this on the other side of this thread in the middle. Put that one through, and then you tie a knot. Pull it a little bit both sides. Don't pull too hard because you will pull the paper apart. One knot and 2 knots. There you have it. Your own little booklet. It is that simple. What you can then do is score it a little bit more so it's nice and flush. Let's go through this. We have this envelope, which makes a pocket at the top here and at the back as well. We have this bag that we tore it apart, so it has 2 pages now. This one, this little flap, this little baggie. We have then that tuck spot there. The middle page with these 2 flaps as well. Another tuck. Another envelope, paper baggy thing. Those pages, another paper bag with 2 pages. And then another tuck spot there. And this is how easy it is to make little books for your journals. You can make this any size you want. Let me make a long one. It's the same principle, but let me just show you how to do that. These papers are not really long. These ones are though. So if you have some papers that you have left over from making a journal like this, I think this comes from the top of a journal, and it's just cut off all together. You have a little thing like this, and you can easily make this in a very interesting book just as is. But there's a few too many pages in there because you don't want it to be too thick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's like 8 pages, so 5 pages. And you can just sew this together like that. And this time I'm gonna have the thread on the inside, so you can see how it's done. It's exactly the same way. Middle, top, bottom, middle. There we go. And then you tie a knot. This is also how I make my signatures for my journals, often with 5 holes, but same principle. So there's that, a very long flip booklet. What is this? Did we sew in an extra page that I didn't know about? Apparently we did. We did. Oh well. Add some extra interest, I suppose. So there's that. Now remember from the first video, or the first episode in this series, if you were here for that, that I embellished with very basic things. And we can do this again. So we have this one and that one. And let's just decorate with what we've got, okay? Okay, so I've tidied up a little bit. So like last time like last time I grabbed the stems that everyone I think should have. Well, not should have, but you probably have some stamps, and otherwise just images from a magazine would be fine, absolutely fine. You don't need fancy stuff to make something, but I just grabbed my stamps for this purpose. So these are the papers we didn't use, which is still quite a lot. I thought I didn't grab a lot, but there's still quite a lot of leftovers. Then these are the cut-offs that I tore off from the side. And these are the things that I also used last time. So a bit of doily, some book page, some of a dictionary. Something went wrong with me tearing it apart, and you know, you get these weird offcuts. And even the thread that we didn't use just then, if you pull it apart, you know that embroidery thread has multiple layers. 6, I think. So we don't have to throw this out. These are the 2 bits that were left over. I'm just gonna pull that string apart like so. Well, it looks like a right mess right now, but you'll see. You'll see. Okay, let's do this booklet, okay? First, like with the first video, I'm going to layer stuff. So we can use this. Just gonna apply some glue, not too much. Fabri-Tac glue, you don't need a lot of glue. It needs to be in all places, but you don't need a lot. Stick that on. And some brown paper for some interest, I suppose. So these are the 2 brown pieces we tore off. Somewhere there. And this is also a piece we tore off. Let's not use that now. If you want that torn edge look on both sides, you can just do that. And again, with that ink that we used last time as well, you can just ink around the edges of some of the pieces. Might just add some of that doily first. Or even it's a definition of Neptune. That's pretty cool. So if we do the doily first, so we have those 3 layers. Just inking it a little bit because it's so stark white. And then try to glue it as fast as you can because it's still a doily, obviously. If you just get glue in some places, stick it on and then see where it still needs some glue. There we have that. So here's our 3 layers. And mainly because I want to emphasize this. And yes, it can be sideways. If that looks better, put it sideways. Or like that, if you like that better. But again, like in the first video, just start with those 3 layers. And then add more. Let's see. If we then take one of those stamps, this is about Neptune, so let's see if we have anything about that. I doubt it, but who knows, who knows, who knows. Found something. It's a mushroom. So if we then glue this there, and then if you put glue on the back here, on the mushroom one, or on whatever image you use, there, then plop this behind it, and then stick out a little bit. You don't have to like this, obviously, but I do like this effect. Let that stick out, and pop it right on there. And there you have an embellished little booklet without too much effort, without too much new things, because they're all recyclables basically. This would have all disappeared in anyone's bin at any given time, as we all know, and I think this is pretty interesting. And obviously the tags that we made in the first one, you can put them in here too. And there's plenty of writing space. You can also put those tags in here. There's that one. So this booklet, if you want to age up the outside a bit, you can. Don't have to, obviously, but I think most people who watch this would have something like this in their stash. And if you want to start, this is a good way to go. There we go. Aged up. Let's do something with stamps again. I do like the stamps. Ah, there's another mushroom. Look at that. So there's that mushroom. Something about a squirrel and a hedgehog on the ear, which is pretty cute. So let's go with that. So I at least want that one on there. Then we have this interesting thing, remember? Oh, sort of interesting. A piece. Then, like we did last time, I have this kitchen towel. That was not a lot. I suppose we can use 2 pieces. So we glue on these 3 pieces. This is the biggest one, so I'm gonna go with that first. And this one, and somewhere there. I suppose I can put this one somewhere on there too, because I tore it off and might as well stick it down. So I can do it like this. Or I can do it something like this. And I think I like this the best. That one there. And that one there. And we have another one done. There's a bit more to that one than this one, but hey, you can always add if you like. You can still add a piece of doily underneath there, or an actual piece of lace, or just along this side here. You can even go inside the booklet and add something like this there, and then it sticks out like that. But yeah, this is the 2 little booklets that we made, and like I said before, you can also staple this or just put the string around it so you can take the pages out if you like. And this can go in any journal. This is so basic and vintage that it basically fits with anything. Most of the journals I make, this fits in because a lot of them are tea-dyed and vintage. So let's grab that Harry Potter journal again and put it in. Alright, the journal that everyone loves so much that I cannot sell because it's copyright. Oh, there goes the images again. I need to make an envelope in this thing. Anyway, this is where we store all the things that we make in these videos. So here is the tags from last time. Oh, that one. We didn't make that one, but apparently that one's in there. So tag there. Where's the other one? Tag there, and there should be one more, and tag there. Someone said that this looks like a port key, which is really cool. Yeah, it does look like that, and it's kind of Weasley style, isn't it? These tags. Anyway, let's put these booklets in. So these books, you can put them in like so, and then clip it with a little paper clip. I do have some colored paper clips here. They're not my favorite, but I suppose we can use them. Oh, green. No. Just stick to the orange. So you can clip that in like that, and then it's just attached, well, like so. Or you can put that in a pocket. That's probably where it will end up eventually. And then this one, you can do the same thing or just hang it over. It even looks a little bit like a bookmark, but this is also just a flip over a page kind of thing. So yeah, that's what you can do with these ones. This will probably also end up in a pocket somewhere. I don't think I have pockets. No, it's okay. I'll just clip it on for now. Like so, and you can always put danglies on paper clips. I might just do a video on paper clips, just like how can you embellish paper clips, because there's many ways you can do that. So now you have that flip over, or you can just put it on one side. That's fine too. Whatever you fancy and whatever you like. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.